As the importance of the Arctic grows, I'm wondering if Canada might be looking for something, say, like international recognition of the Northwest Passage as internal waters. Is that part of the discussions that are going on here?
The Northwest Passage is Canadian waters, period.
Not everybody agrees with you, sir.
We have a long-standing disagreement with the United States on that one, but they have understood our position, and our allies, respect Canada's position.
Next question.
Hi, Bill Fortier, CTV National News. First question is for Prime Minister Trudeau. NATO has long pushed for member countries, to spend at a base at least 2% of their GDP on defense. We're not there. Did that come up over the last 2 days, and what promises or assurances were you able to make?
Over the past number of years, Canada has significantly increased its defense investments to ensure both that we are giving the equipment and capabilities needed by members of the Canadian Armed Forces to continue to do their extraordinary jobs, but also so allies can continue to rely on Canada. We have continually stepped up in every NATO mission since its inception. We will continue to deepen and grow our investments, whether it's the significant investments in modernizing our NORAD capabilities, whether it's a defense review ongoing this fall. We will continue to make greater and greater investments. These are things that matter for Canadians and matter for the world, and we certainly recognize that after decades of unprecedented peace, Russia's decision to invade Ukraine is requiring us all to step up even more on defense spending. And that's exactly what we have done over the past 7 years, and I will highlight for those keeping close watch on a partisan basis, the only time recently Canada's defense spending decreased below 1% even was under the previous Conservative government of Stephen Harper.
En français?
Le Canada continue d'investir de façon significative dans nos forces armées avec les investissements qu'on a projetés au cours des dernières années, mais en plus la modernisation de NORAD et une nouvelle examination de nos plans stratégiques pour cet automne. Nous allons continuer d'investir de plus en plus, reconnaissant qu'on a besoin d'offrir à nos membres des forces armées canadiennes les outils, les ressources nécessaires pour qu'ils puissent faire leur job, mais aussi pour que nos alliés puissent continuer de compter sur le Canada comme ils l'ont toujours fait pour être présents dans toutes les différentes missions de l'OTAN et d'avoir un rôle clé dans tout ce que l'OTAN est en train de faire dans un monde de plus en plus inquiétant à bien des niveaux.
You've talked several times today about Russia's military buildup in the north, in the Arctic. You've seen what Canada is doing over the last 2 days. What more specifically would you like to see from Canada in terms of military resources, ships, boots on the ground, aircraft? What more specifically would you like to see Canada do to meet that potential threat?
So Canada is already playing a key role in the high north and in particular in the Canadian Arctic. And we welcome and appreciate those efforts. And I've seen them myself today and yesterday in Cambridge Bay and here in Cold Lake. Second, there are many areas where actually Canada now is stepping up, which is important for the whole alliance. Modernizing NORAD is of great importance. It's a huge effort. It will cost a lot, but it is really important because it also reflects the new threats with new weapon systems, more advanced weapons on the Russian side. Then we need a more advanced and modernized NORAD, and I welcome the announcement by Canada to invest to modernize NORAD. Second, exercises. That's always important, but it's also a way to bring actually other allies closer together to be able to operate together. And yesterday I was briefed on the different exercises up in the high north, including exercises where other allies participate. This year it was the United States, it was France and Denmark. Previously it has been also countries like Norway and other countries have participated in those exercises. So exercises is also something I welcome, and I know that Canada is stepping up efforts when it comes to exercising both Canadian troops, but also together with NATO allies and partners, including, for instance, Sweden, that has been part of these exercises. And thirdly, to understand the Arctic. And the Canadian knowledge of the Arctic is unrivaled. It's unique. And that matters, of course, when it comes to responding to climate change for the civilian sector, but it also matters for military operations presence in the high north to understand the consequences of climate change. And the research station, impressive research which is being conducted there in Cambridge, which we visited yesterday, is another example of how Canada can share with other allies world-class top knowledge about the high north, the Arctic, and the consequences of climate change.